5 in, 5 out. Doggies tonight. Here we go. So the teams dropped yesterday. I wasn't able to do a video yesterday because I had a family dinner that I had to go to. Couldn't get out of and make the video. Couldn't sneak away to make the video. But we're here now. Game day today. And I've started feeling less nervous for games. But today I'm feeling pretty nervous in the sense that this game just could go either way. Like we talked about it in the preview where it was a 50-50 split. We hit the it's Eden now, but we flipped up the kick cap, and the kick out god said we were going to win. So we'll hopefully get that W because of kick out gods. But this game could go either way, and we have lost a bunch of players. But in saying that, with the ins that we have, and when you look at the team, like I know we're missing like Pendles, Mychek, Cox, and obviously the guys who are already injured. But you look at the team and you go, that actually is still a pretty very good team, if I do say so myself. What I kind of, and I don't think I've mentioned this before, but our injuries, mainly to a couple of midfielders like Doggies, Mitchell and stuff, and mainly to some forwards, Mychek, Cox, and Jamie Elliott. But our backline is still so sound. I'd be shitting myself if we go, okay, touch wood, it's not happening. But if we go, Maynard, Moore, Q, and, Frampton are all injured, right? That's different because then you have to start putting guys who wouldn't play generally in the defensive area of the ground down there a lot, and then you would start leaking goals and stuff like that. But if we can keep those 6 or 7 defenders healthy, fit, and ready to go, I think this team could pretty much beat a lot of teams on the park. We just have to get that click going. We just have to get that energy running through us and that belief. It's all about belief. Like we've made 5 changes, some forced, some not. You can have all of the changes, and you can still believe and you can still win. It's when you start doubting yourself, that's when it gets a little bit harder. But looking at this team on paper, like I am right now, I don't see us. I don't see how we don't win this game against the Doggies. But look, let's talk about our ins and outs. So coming out of the team, these are all injured. Mason Cox, Joe Richards, Brody Mychek, Scott Pendlebury, all injured. So they're all forced changes. And then coming out is Ed Allen omitted. Now, Ed Allen omitted, you're probably going, I wish he got a little bit more of a go. Especially because of last week, he had to play full forward. And I kind of like what I saw from Ed, and I've been wanting Ed to play for a while. It was good that he got that AFL experience. But I think with our ins coming in, you're probably wanting to do more senior players than Ed. And I still like the fact that they've kept Will Parker in, because I did like a little bit more of what Will Parker did than I did Ed. And I think as an impact sub, Parker makes a little bit more of a difference. So I can see why they've omitted Ed. So I'm not really too fussed about it. But coming into this side is Markov is back after some personal reasons why he couldn't play last week. Jack Bytel is back after a 2-week concussion delay. And I love how the Pies are giving these guys, because your concussion is only like 7 days and you can play the next week, but they're giving these guys, it seems like it's a club mandated 2 weeks off, because Reef has had 2 weeks and still feeling a bit of concussion symptoms. Jack Bytel had 2 weeks. Bo McCreary had 2 weeks. Carmichael is in and out of concussion symptoms, so I really don't know what's happening with him. I hope he's all good though, because I love seeing Carmi. I dare say he'd be getting a game if it wasn't for his concussion ongoing symptoms. But Jack Bytel on the wing. He showed a little bit when he did come on as that sub against West Coast. Then obviously he got concussed. But I like what Jack Bytel can do. He's an AFL senior player because he's already played with St Kilda, so he already knows what he needs to do. A bit of an upgrade from Ed Allen just with the senior games experience. So I like that Jack Bytel inclusion. Jeremy Howe comes in, so I would dare say they have to flick Jeremy Howe up forward, unless they swap it with Billy Frampton maybe. Frampton's listed as in the full forward in the forward line. Sorry, but I think it helps that there's no Norton, so we don't need a super third, fourth tall down back because you do have Darcy Moore, you do have Charlie Dean, and if you need to, you have Howe, you have Frampton that can go down back if you really need them. If we're sort of struggling down back a bit against Hugo Hagen and Sam Darcy, so I don't mind that too much. And hopefully Jeremy Howe can kick a couple of goals, or he can kick one goal, then get injured. And now we're in this sort of, are we pulling him too back? Are we pulling him in too quick? What's going to happen? We saw it with Brody Majek. We saw it with Jordan Doggies. So let's hope and cross our fingers that Jeremy Howe is good to go. And he wouldn't be good to go if they weren't picking him. So he must be good to go. Can only hope that he kicks 2 or 3 goals against the Doggies. We bring in Finn McRae. Now McRae, I feel like this is his chance to prove himself. It's the first time he's going up against his brother, so that's going to be very interesting. And they've got him starting on the bench, and remember that they're picking someone from the bench to start as the sub. I dare say they don't put Finn as the sub. I think it will be Will Parker. Without Scott Pendlebury, without Mitchell, without Doggies, there's a lot of pressure now on McRae to be that inside mid, that inside bull that he's always wanted to be, and that he is. So we need to see him go to the next level. The last guy we bring in, though, is Ash Johnson. Now, Ash, I love Ash. He can be absolutely anything he wants to be, and I think he's going to play a bulk of games while Mychek and all these sort of guys are out. Ash is a confidence player. We know that he had some very down games at the start of the season, and then he gets dropped to the VFL, kicks a couple of goals, does a couple of nice things. But now they've picked him ahead of Nathan Kruger. I still don't think Kruger's super match fit at the moment because he's been coming back from a few injuries. So AJ, he just needs a very early goal, and that will just get him going. Even if it's not a goal, even if it's just a couple of early contested marks, leap for the ball, run for the ball. We know that there's a couple of knocks on AJ, but he's one of our own, and we have to sort of back him in. Hopefully there's no Bronx cheers or anything like that. So I'm all for this inclusion of AJ, and I think he's just absolutely going to just hit the ground running because he knows that this is probably one of his only limited chances. There's not a lot of forwards left. It's him and pretty much just Nathan Kruger until McStay comes back. So he is going to want to stay in this team as much as he can. Bobby Hill came out this week and said that he wants to play with Ash. He can't wait. They're partners in footy crime. So I'm keen to see that 1-2 duo go up against the Doggies tonight. And I think Ash is going to have a big game. I think he's going to kick 3 goals tonight. I just have a feeling this is the Ash redemption arc that we've all been wanting. And just quickly touching on the Doggies. So Anthony Scott and Ed Richards come out with concussion. We talked about that. Aaron Norton with that knee. O'Connell, McNeil, and Rory Lobb come in. Rory Lobb, after that sort of trade news that came out that he wants out of the club, and after rumours that Collingwood might be after him, let's see what he does against possibly his future club. But let me know your thoughts down below. Did you like these ins and outs? It's probably the only team that we could pick at the moment. There's literally no one else you could bring in with 16, 17 injuries. It's just, oh my God, it's just absolutely nuts. But leave your thoughts down below. I'll see you at the game tonight. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. And until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you later. Go!